Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, is just over 30 days away from its theatrical release. Written and directed by J.J. Abrams, Disney, Lucasfilm, Carrot Top, Ariana Grande, George Lucas, and of course, Chris Terrio. This is Mark Unoh. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for future made-up and completely fake Star Wars content. Now, over the last couple of weeks, we've gotten a better picture of just how this movie is shaping up from some of the set leaks and the storyboards available. And you know, these are super top secret storyboards and set leaks, etc., that no one has ever heard or seen besides me. And that's because, you see, in my mind, or at least from my point of view, and from my, well, what you may call my perspective of things that are related to Star Wars, and you know, stuff that I think about all these things that are connected by Star Wars, etc., by JJ and crew, and even George Lucas and such, along with special appearances by Lil Jon, Chance the Rapper, you know, Taylor Swift, who was brought in last minute as an attempt to solidify that young, empowered SJW young girl demo, and of course, Chris Terrio, etc. And brought to you by the letter K, as when, like, you say okay to someone in a text when you're trying to be sarcastic.
Sure, Mark, but can you use that in a sentence so we understand?
Yeah, like someone says, you know, that Mike Zeroh, I mean, that Mark Unoh guy is totally always correct with his predictions and never makes stuff up for clicks and views. And then you would answer, K. Yeah, so that was a long way to get to the point that I totally really believe and think that I'm a chosen vessel and actually some kind of ancient supernatural oracle of hot garbage news, like the trash heap from Fraggle Rock. So as you all know, for the last few years, I've been reporting total rubbish. I mean, real. Yeah, sorry guys, I get those two words mixed up sometimes. Anyways, totally real stories about the rise of Skywalker and how both Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker would be making appearances in these movies by J.J. Abrams in the flesh. And yeah, you know, coming back from the dead to play a huge role in the movie. And I've even reported at different times that both Anakin and or Luke would be the one to beat Emperor Palpatine in the end at some point in the movie. Well, I just realized this morning while I was waiting for my mom to get me a bowl of cereal that with the Rise of Skywalker being just about a month away, I really better start getting creative in the way that I start, you know, backing away from my predictions so that when they're not real and don't come to pass, people won't be able to blame me, you know. And I've been thinking of ways to try to make it look like it's all Disney and Lucasfilm's fault for not having everything in the movie that I have claimed would be in the movie these last few years. That is why I'm reporting the fact that Disney and Lucasfilm, along with Kathleen Kennedy, J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio, George Lucas himself, and of course, the secret director that nobody knows about, Tim Burton, they've changed the movie and cut about 75% to 100% of all the scenes involving the live-action Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker, and are basically cutting their roles completely out of the film. At least in how I've reported them over the last 2 years, in which I am just now and in the last few weeks leading up to the movie backtracking on all this. This, of course, is to make room for Tim Burton's characters to be introduced into the movie. As I've reported before, J.J. Abrams is looking to bring in all sorts of different characters from different TV shows, movies, cartoons, and genres to really fill out the cast and make it a satisfying ending for all of the fans of Star Wars Episode 9, to really satisfy them and by doing this to satisfy everyone, because that's really what he wants to do is to nail this landing and to satisfy everybody with a satisfying ending that is satisfying. So this will introduce a lot of Tim Burton's characters that we've known and loved over time, including Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, Batman from 1989's Batman, and of course Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas. But a secret ending has been planned, and it has now been revealed that we will for the first time see realized on screen Tim Burton's version of Superman, played by Nicolas Cage himself. Now, this has been something that has been kept under wraps for quite a long time. Because, if you all remember, Nicolas Cage was meant to star in a movie by Tim Burton called Superman Lives. Now, part of that movie was actually written by Kevin Smith. This is why in the early reports, Kevin Smith was reported to have actually cried when he saw the ending of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. You see, it's all starting to make sense now. I mean, it's not good sense, but it's some kind of sense, right? I mean, you guys are kind of catching a little bit of this. Anyways, this is very devastating for both fans of Hayden Christensen and Mark Hamill. And I wanted you all to know this so that when you go see the movie and you're disappointed that their roles are not bigger, like I've told you over and over and over again, as many thousands of you for some reason are subscribed to me and keep watching my videos and have put me in this position that I have to keep up this charade. And I just wish that somebody would just leave me alone so that I could just be myself again. Oh God, what have I become? I'm a fake and a phony, and you all know it. How can I go on like this, Mom? Okay, so look, I'm just hoping that you don't get mad at me, but that somehow you'll get mad at Disney and Lucasfilm, because that way I can make new videos about future Star Wars movies that you'll still come back for and see and watch more of my videos long after Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Written and directed by J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio, George Lucas himself, and of course, I don't know, insert whatever name you want here.
McClunky.
It's just very important for me to be able to continue my complete rubbish. Sorry, again, I meant to completely say real videos. I get those two mixed up. But I need to be able to make my videos going forward because, like I said in my previous videos, money. So there you go, guys. The latest is that all the stuff I've reported was completely true and really was happening. But it was all cut from the movie and rewritten with less than 2 months to go because, you know, movies completely do that stuff nowadays, and they do it all the time, so just trust me on this one. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you did think of all this in the comments, and if you did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Star Wars news upon the fly. I am the one who knows if it is real or fake. Well, I'm the only one. I'm getting clicks and views, and I can say when it's all done, I'm laughing all the way to the bank with my money, son.
Hey guys, Mark Unoh here. And you know, when I'm not spending time with my awesome looking girlfriend, you know, who's totally real, in my awesome apartment that's paid for all by me and not my mom's basement, I'm coming up with I'm reporting all these new Star Wars stories for you guys. But I realize that I'm not the only one who hears great Star Wars stories about what's going to happen in not just Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, but also many other Star Wars projects. And I would love to hear from you if you guys have heard anything. So please leave a comment down in the comment section letting me know what you've heard. Or also follow us on social media and leave me a comment there and tell me what you're hearing. And I might just use one of your reports in one of my videos. And I'll totally give you a shout out if I do. I normally don't quote my sources, but I could probably make an exception just for you guys. All right, until next time, I thank you so much for the kind support. Bye-bye.